For Session Update, I'm Shannon Lurkey. On Wednesday morning in the Capitol Rotunda, legislative leaders competed against the Minnesota Grocers Association 2016 Best Bagger in a bipartisan bag-off. The event is part of a campaign to bring awareness to the growing social problem of hunger in our communities. Here's that event.
Thank you so much for your patience. My name is Jamie Poole, and I'm president of the Minnesota Grocers Association. We're a state trade association representing the food industry of Minnesota for over 120 years. We have 1,100 grocery and convenience store partners statewide, as well as 100 manufacturer and distributors. Our member companies employ well over 125,000 union and non-union Minnesotans. Grocers all across the state are dedicated to providing value prices, high quality, healthy, safe, and well-packaged groceries to their customers. The bagging of groceries is a time-honored tradition, and it's a service that many of our grocers across the state provide. In 1989, the Minnesota Grocers Association hosted its first ever Best Bagger contest. Since then, the Minnesota has been bagging groceries all across the state, bringing the best of the best together to our competition. We hold it annually at the Mall of America, and that Best Bagger goes to Las Vegas and competes to represent the state of Minnesota. The reusable bag is important to our industry, and it's a grand example of the commitment to consumers and to choice and to well-being of the communities we serve. Today, we're going to be bagging with reusable bags. Our contestants will be scored on speed, weight, distribution, proper bag building, and a little bit on style. The best bagger will be having an opportunity to get $1,000 back to the food charity choice of their district. And today we are so excited to have a bipartisan bag-off, bringing our favorite caucus members in to take this tradition to the Capitol. With that, I'd like to take an opportunity to introduce you to Tom Hauser. He'll be emceeing our event this morning. Tom started with 5 Eyewitness News in 1992. He hosts the Eyewitness at Issue public affairs program on Sunday mornings. He was born in Minneapolis, grew up in Edina. Rumor has it he even tells us he may have been a bagger in his early years. He enjoys backyard hockey, reading, and running. Please join me in welcoming Tom Hauser.
Thank you very much, Jamie. Well, this is going to be a lot of fun. My very first job at a Byerly's grocery store back on France Avenue many years ago was as a bag boy, and to this day, one of my favorite jobs of all time. It was a lot of fun, and I will tell you, I did learn something as a bag boy, is that especially for the inexperienced people like I'm about to introduce, other than Seth, of course, is that there can be a lot of spillage. So I did not even bother to take my rubber overshoes off, because I have a hunch that there's going to be some liquid or pudding or something all over the floor here, so I wanted to come prepared. Now, as Jamie mentioned, the contestants are going to be judged in a number of categories: speed, distribution and weight between the bags, style, and this one I don't even remember from when I was a bag boy, attitude. I don't know if it's the bagger's attitude or the attitude of the bag. I mean, that's unclear, so it'll be up to you, and appearance. The principles of bagging, of course, are as follows. Listen up. No glass touching other glass. A nice base. No bread on the bottom. We're talking to you, Mr. Speaker. No bread on the bottom. Nothing left on the table, and nothing falling out of the bag. So you can't have a bag over here at half-mast with, things falling out of it. Now, the judges today are a panel of Grocers Association board members. Can you raise your hands? They have clipboards. They look very official. There is time to slip some quick bribes over there if you would like, but they will be judging this. Now, the winner will receive a trophy, and who wouldn't want that in their sparkly new office here at the Capitol, and $1,000 to donate to the food charity of their choice to present in their district. So certainly there is a lot on the line. So without any further ado, let me introduce our contestants, beginning with the Speaker of the House, Kurt. The bread doesn't go on the bottom, Doubt. Come on up, take your position. Speaker Doubt resides in Crown. With his 2 black labs, he is serving his 4th term in the Minnesota House of Representatives, representing House District 31A, which includes parts of Anoka, Isanti, and Sherburne counties. And up next, Representative Mike Paper or Plastic Freiberg. Representative Freiberg? Representative Freiberg resides in Golden Valley with his wife Lauren and their 2 children. He is serving his 3rd term in the Minnesota House of Representatives, representing House District 45B, which includes Crystal, Golden Valley, New Hope, and Robbinsdale. Up next, Senate Majority Leader Paul Pricecheck Gazelka. Pricecheck in Aisle 1 Gazelka. He resides in Nisswa with his wife, and they have 5 children. Senator Gazelka was first elected to the House in 2004. He is serving his 3rd term in the Minnesota Senate, representing Senate District 9, which includes Cass, Morrison, Todd, and Wadena counties. And up next, Senate Minority Leader Tom "The Eggs Don't Go on the Bottom" Bach. He resides in Cook with his wife Laura, and they have 4 children. Senator Bach was first elected to the House back in 1994. He is serving his 6th term in the Minnesota Senate, representing Senate District 3, which includes Cook, Koochiching, Lake, and St. Louis counties. And last, but certainly not least, we have Seth Quick Draw Allen. He is the 2016 Minnesota Grocer Best Bagger winner. He works at Chris's Food Center in Sandstone, Minnesota, home of 11 state Best Bagger champions. Wow, does that only do in that part of the state? Seth will be representing Minnesota in the 2017 National Grocers Association Best Bagger Championship, February 14th in Las Vegas. Let's have a round of applause for all of our contestants. So Jamie, do we have an official start to this, or is it just on my mark that they will get going? Again, there is no time limit. It's just up until you're done. Each contestant has their own judge who will be scoring on a graded scale. Then those scores will be put together and will determine a winner. Okay, so remember, speed does count, but there is no speed limit. All right? Okay. Oh, that's right. We should mention Seth is going to do this with both hands tied behind his back. No, actually, he can bag groceries with his mouth, apparently. No, he will have one hand behind his back just to make this somewhat of a competition. By the way, my money is still on Seth. All right, so without any further ado, beggars, are you ready? Are you ready? And on my count, 3, 2, 1, bag off. I've always wanted to say that. Now remember what you're being graded on: speed, distribution of weight between the bags, style, attitude, appearance. And remember, nothing can be left on the table. It all fits in these bags. It's been scientifically tested. Oh, we got one more item. Put it in there, put it in there. Remember, speed is not the only gauge here. Speed is not the only gauge. That is just one. All right, let me take a look around here. All of the bags. There appears to be no food on the table. It does appear Speaker Dowd has something in his pocket, but we're gonna overlook that. All right, so judges, take a look at the bags. Remember, attitude is very important. Not sure what that means, but it's very important. Speaker Dowd, can you join me out here just for a moment while they tabulate the scores? What did you find to be the most difficult part of this?
Well, for me, we have 2 bags. There's soap. I don't like to put soap in with my food, so I wanted to put it in my pocket, but I knew I had to put it in one of the bags.
So I see. So when you're at the grocery store, you like to separate your shampoo, your soap, toilet cleaner from your produce.
Correct. Correct.
That's pretty good thinking.
Soap gets its own plastic bag wrapped up and separate from the food.
Boy, the things you learn about the Speaker of the House by hanging out in the rotunda. Senator Price-Gazelka, is this the first time you've ever had to bag groceries under the glare of the cameras?
I think it's the first time ever, period. And I had a hard time opening up the bag, so just saying.
Well, you may get marked off for attitude then, since that was so difficult. Senator Bach is still putting beef jerky into his pocket, I believe. How did it feel to get out here? You said where you're from, they still bag it and take it out to your car.
The little town I live in, they still not only bag it, but they put it on the little cart and bring it right out to your car. So I've got no experience at this.
Now, are you a big tipper up there in your home district when you get your groceries?
I think they'd probably say not.
Okay, well, because as you know, we will be checking with them. Representative Freiberg, now is this the first time you have undertaken a challenge like this under, well, frankly, international television?
Yes, most definitely. I think very few people have had this sort of experience.
Now, let's face it, when you came in, you were pretty sure you were the odds-on favorite. Do you think that still holds after you saw what your competitors did?
Well, I didn't put the 2-liter bottle of pop on top of the light bulbs, so I think maybe I have a chance, but we'll see.
You score big on attitude. He did not put the 2-liter bottle of pop on the light bulbs. That is very good. Well, our judges are tabulating these scores. As you can imagine, it's very difficult, especially trying to gauge what attitude means when you're bagging groceries. But it's the great thing is, one of you will get $1,000 presented to a food shelf in one of your districts. And Speaker Dowd, come on out here again for a moment. How important is that? Charity events like this, where you can donate to a food shelf, because there are still people who are struggling.
Well, absolutely. You know, we have one at my church, and there are people in need in the community, and it's great that it's anonymous. They can come and get food, and I know that our local grocery stores and grocers participate by contributing food to those organizations, and it's phenomenal that they do that. It's a great part of the community. And
that reminds me, Senator Bach, you do a big food drive every year. So this is a cause that is very important to you, because there are people in every district who are struggling. A couple bags of groceries like this would be like a gold mine.
Well, it's a big deal. Yeah, I do an event every December, have since 2007, to raise money for the food shelves on the Iron Range. And I think we're at about $850,000 we've raised so that the food shelves can actually go out and buy perishable products. You know, many of these kind of products they can get, but perishable things like milk and eggs and juice and things is harder. So they really need cash also. But I want to thank the grocers for their effort for Second Harvest. It's a great organization. I've often said it's a lot of fun to help people you don't know, and clearly food shelves do that.
Well, congratulations, boy, closing in on $1 million over the years. Seth, come out here real quick. You watched some of these rank amateurs do their work out here. I know you had so much time, even while bagging one hand, to monitor their progress. What did you think? And I want you to be brutally honest.
Well, they were a lot better than I thought.
I wanted you to be brutally honest.
They did beat me, so I mean.
You had 1 foot off the ground and one hand behind your back. Of course they beat you. Did they have were your eyes closed too? Did they make you close your eyes?
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. That's what it felt like, but no.
Let's be honest, so when you were watching Speaker Dowd there, you had some real serious questions about whether he'd last 10 minutes at your grocery store. Is that true?
Yeah, and he said he put the napkins and the bread in the same bag, and that's just not something you do, apparently, but I don't know.
Now, he said he never likes to have his soap in with his food. How do you separate those items, your bath products, from your produce? I mean, that's just common sense, isn't it?
Yeah, you just put it with your cans.
You just put it with, so the canned foods, because nothing's going to touch that, right?
Exactly. You can. It's like impenetrable.
All right. Well, good luck to you in Las Vegas. How old are you?
20.
Oh, you're almost old enough to enjoy Las Vegas. But anyway, have fun anyway. Seth Allen, Seth Quick Draw Allen, going to be representing the state of Minnesota in Las Vegas. And I think I see Jamie coming up now with the results. I can see all of our legislative leaders are trembling. Well, they should be. They should be.
Going to Vegas.
Absolutely. Yeah, one of you guys gets to go to Vegas with.
I'll take this over. So This has been a very exciting contest. We so thank you all. And you did a very good job, actually. Your times were fantastic. And the weight distribution, there was one bagger that had the weight absolutely perfect between the two bags. That doesn't happen very often. And that person also had the fastest score. Fastest time, though I think there was a little controversy with the beef stick, but we would like to announce that Speaker Dowd actually had the perfect weight distribution, so you are our $1,000 winner. We have a trophy coming your way. Thank you so much. It was fantastic. Katie is our Vanna White and your official reusable bag. All right, and we have trophies and reusable bags for the rest of our folks as well. Yeah, absolutely. We need a picture with everyone to come up with their participation trophies. You guys did a fantastic job. The trophies are not breakable, so that's a good thing.
I was hoping that as I saw it.
Yeah, the weight was perfect. That's actually what pushed you over the edge. The timing was so close on everyone, but it was the perfect weight that got you that extra point. And I'm going to come in for one as well before we get done here. You let me just sneak into the beginning, all right? Wonderful. Perfect. All right. And before we wrap up this event, we do have one additional piece of business to take care of. Every year, the grocers of the state join together with their manufacturer partners and the consumers they do to run a hunger campaign. This year, we did a bag hunger campaign. We brought together retailers and vendors and community food banks all across the state to fill their shelves and bag hunger. The participating stores and vendors offered multiple opportunities for consumers to continue the campaign through displays and fun ways to generate attention and bring notice to the need in our communities. And today, because of that campaign, we are absolutely delighted to be able to present a $15,000 check to Second Harvest Heartland on behalf of the Minnesota Grocers Association, our members, and our Bagging Hunger. Rob, if you would be so kind, we have Rob Zeski here from Second Harvest Heartland.
Thank you.
Rob, did you want to say anything?
Yeah, thank you so much, Jamie. So I just wanted to say thank you to the MGA, Jamie. Thank you so much to our legislators who took time out of a very, very busy schedule during the session. So we're delighted to have some fun with this on an issue that's frankly very serious for so many of our community members. So 1 in 10 Minnesotans is struggling to find food. And we are delighted that not only the Minnesota Grocers Association, but the grocers that they represent have been instrumental in supporting that work in our local communities and across the state. Last year, Second Harvest Heartland helped distribute 35 million pounds of food that came through partnerships through grocers. And as Senator Bach said, a lot of that was perishable food, meat, dairy, those critical items that we often don't see on shelves or donated during food drives. So we're delighted to be a part of this. We're delighted for the economic engine that the grocers are in their communities as well to help people keep them working, keeping them out of the food shelves as much as they can. So thank you so much. Thank you so much to the legislators. We really appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, thank you again. Let's give all of our baggers a round of applause. And watch for Seth. He'll be bagging on the 13th, 14th of February in Las Vegas. You may see him on television. We're hoping he'll win for us. So thank you for your time today. Have a great rest of the day.
You were just watching the bipartisan bag-off in the Capitol Rotunda this morning. Up next is a meeting also from this morning by the Committee on Aging and Long-Term Care Policy, where they heard a presentation about continuing care for older adults. Here's that meeting.